Hey everyone, thank you for being here. My name is Ioanna Tsoulou. I'm a senior policy and finance analyst at the Department of Building Sustainability Bureau. First, let me briefly introduce the Department of Buildings, known as DOB. DOB is a major agency in NYC because, well, the city is all about buildings. In fact, DOB overviews more than 1 million buildings in the city while promoting safety on construction sites. It also implements all groundbreaking climate policies, including Local Law 97, which is about decarbonizing the city's largest buildings. Now, let me dive into one of our topics, which is about the health benefits of building decarbonization for NYC communities. Every year, New York City's buildings pump out more greenhouse gases than many mid-sized countries. That's 70% of our citywide emissions for operating our buildings, such as heating our homes and lighting our offices. And those same emissions today are worsening health conditions for the most vulnerable, like our kids in the neighborhoods that can least afford it. We have plenty of studies showing stark disparities in children's asthma rates across different NYC neighborhoods. Communities near high-emission buildings face disproportionate health burdens. We have a law that is changing this, and this is Local Law 97, which mandates major greenhouse gas reductions from the city's largest buildings. So, our research question is, what are the real impacts of building decarbonization on air quality and health and community health outcomes? We propose to deliver a rigorous methodology to incrementally measure how different decarbonization strategies improve air quality and health in NYC's highest risk communities. And we plan to validate that methodology with a comparative analysis with the City of London, giving us global applicability. Local Law 97 is already in motion. We have 97 compliance data, and more are coming every reporting year. We have the connections with other city agencies. We have an ongoing partnership with University College London, who connected us to the City of London. And we are looking for partners with expertise in energy, air quality, health and climate policy, and building analytics. We are hoping to get a replicable measurement framework that cities can use to prioritize decarbonization investments where they deliver the greatest public health returns. So this isn't just about cutting emissions, it's about directing those cuts toward the communities that breathe the worst air in the city and bear the highest health burdens. Thank you. There wasn't enough time, but we have a second topic directly related to Local Law 97, which is about creating a live Local Law 97 dashboard to help us manage all of this data we have coming in and for more efficient long-term monitoring of building decarbonization progress in the city for the next 20 or so years. So we had no time, but please do check it online and get in touch with us if you have an interest in this. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tariq Khalil. I'm the Assistant Commissioner for the Mechanical and Plumbing Inspections Division. One of my units is elevators. It's something that everyone uses on a daily basis. When it comes to elevators, we have about 15,000 single elevator buildings in New York City, which is quite a big number. Now, of course, elevators are fantastic, right? They're great when they're working. And then when they're not working, well, you start sweating a little bit, right? Literally, because you got to go up the stairs and stuff like that. Now, that's kind of what we're talking about here today. Obviously, you have these single elevator buildings across the city. And what happens is you have people who are wheelchair bound. You have folks who have chronic illnesses and they have to go for their treatments and they can't move around because the elevator is out of service. So it's a real hardship. And this is something that really we need some assistance in terms of research, and it's kind of what we're pitching for here today. Because when it comes to elevators, one thing that we did notice is that a lot of these single elevator buildings, a lot of them actually have very old vintage type of systems from the 1980s, where obtaining a controller is a very long lead time. It may take weeks to get a controller programmed and sent back. You have some motors that are hard to find, and you have to send them out to repair shops. And you can imagine while you're asleep and while you're awake, these elevators are running day and night. So there's a lot of wear and tear on these elevators. So what we're really looking for here is some assistance, and just like one quick story, and this is something that folks can relate to. I had a situation in Queens where we had a building where the elevator was out of service, and I think when I went up and down the staircase, I really felt the pain of these residents. And for the most part, getting the controller took a few weeks. Then they had to do some rewinding of the motor, and of course you have ropes in an elevator and some electric traction elevators and sensors and you name it. So it took quite a while, but finding the part was the real concern here. So what we're looking for is, with this collaboration, is we would like to identify worldwide stocks of critical elevator parts. We'd like to develop local or regional sourcing networks. That's something we're looking for. We're also looking to explore partnerships with OEMs, original equipment manufacturers and suppliers, to support domestic or locally produced replacement parts. We're also looking to evaluate strategic stockpiling of high demand components based on outage and repair trend data, which we have internally in terms of data. We're also looking to research public-private coordination models that reduce repair timelines for older elevator systems. We'd like to get those elevators back in service as soon as possible. So ultimately, as you can imagine, this project will help improve access and quality of life for mobility impaired residents, create a more resilient and diverse elevator parts supply chain, support opportunities for local manufacturing, warehousing, or strategic stockpiling, promote small businesses and workforce development, both entry-level and transitions into the elevator industry, and enable faster procurement and delivery of parts. So if you have relevant experience with worldwide and domestic supply chains, along with a dedicated interest in improving New York City's building stock, we definitely want to partner with you on this project. On behalf of the Department of Buildings, thank you all for this opportunity to present this pitch out this afternoon. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody.